Got a preview here for an upcoming Capcom game called Biohazard. How about that? Oh, welcome back to the second part of our 1995 deep dive on the PlayStation. This is our second of two videos based on 1995 releases. After this, we'll move on to 1996. And looking behind me, that is a big fucking year for the PlayStation. In fact, 96 and 97 are probably among the most impressive years for that system. Anyway, let's have a look. So at the top of the pile here we have a little game that we're not going to play, but we will acknowledge it. This is an RPG. It came out in 95 in Japan and 96 in the US. Did not get a European release, but we will pay it some lip service. It is called Beyond the Beyond by Camelot. I have both a Japanese copy and an American copy. This game is a little bit important because it was developed by a company called Camelot. Camelot, in other circles, also known as Sonic Software Planning, which for a long time were a first-party Sega development studio, primarily responsible for the Shining games, so Shining in the Darkness, Shining Force, Shining Wisdom, Shining the Holy Ark. They made a lot of really, really good RPGs for Sega platforms. And then at some point they created a sister company called Camelot for the express purpose of developing games for other systems. Now, this was apparently a source of friction at Sega because they weren't too happy about their developers double dipping on them. And who can fucking blame them? Because Beyond the Beyond, it's not a particularly amazing RPG. It's not a bad game. It's okay, you know. It's a good, let's call it a 3-star game out of 5. Not actively terrible, but not particularly great either. But holy shit, this is a shining game in every way but the name. Certain things about the style, about the structure of the game, about how you save, the types of items you buy. This is a shining game. It's made by the Shining people. Anyway. Poor Camelot. AKA Sonic Software Planning. They made their name making great RPGs, and now they're fucking trapped with Nintendo making fucking Mario sports games for the rest of their existence. How fucking sad. Don't get me wrong, they make some great Mario sports games. And occasionally Nintendo lets them make a new Golden Sun, but sad, just sad. Okay, moving on. Our next PlayStation game, released in 1995, is a 2D platformer from Ubisoft, and it is the 49th game to be licensed by Sony for the platform. It has the serial number 00049. I already have it in the PS2. I think I've fixed the sound issues from the last video. Stuff should no longer be too quiet. Okay. Oh, Ubisoft's old logo. This is Rayman.
Hi, folks. You want to know what's going on? Let me tell you the story of Rayman. In Rayman's world, nature and people live together in peace. The Great Protoon provides and maintains the harmony and balance in the world. Sorry, folks, this apparently can't last. One fateful day, the evil Mr. Dark steals the Great Protoon and defeats Batilla the Fairy as she tries to protect it. The Electoons who used to gravitate all around it lose their natural stability and scatter all over the world. Troublesome, isn't it? And untidy, too. In this now unbalanced world, strange phenomena begin to occur. Freaks and hostile characters appear, capturing every Electoon they can find. They definitely need a hero to save them now! Don't you think? Rayman to the rescue!
No problem.
Go and free the Electoons, Rayman, and bring back the Great Protoon from its mysterious kidnapper. But will the bad guys let him do it?
Yeah, the original Rayman. Originally developed for the Atari Jaguar, but for very understandable reasons, very quickly ported to other platforms. This is a... I already have. That's fine, I've already got a save game, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is a extremely good 2D platformer, which is unfortunately a genre which is underserved on this platform, especially this early on in the platform's lifespan. Let's start a new game. Let's start from the beginning. Alright, here we go. X to jump, square to fist, and circle to action. Square to fist. Remember that. God, this game came to a bunch of platforms. Let's see. So Jaguar, PlayStation, Saturn, PC, and then later Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. Oh god, I think I'm missing a couple. Yeah, there are tons of ports of this game. Yeah, first level, Pink Plant Woods in the Dream Forest. So this game, despite being on a platform with limited 2D capabilities, has some pretty amazing 2D animation in it. This, I think, the original Rayman is among the most visually impressive 2D games on the PlayStation 1. And it uses some very clever techniques in order to achieve that. Rayman himself is not a single sprite. Rayman is a series of... I think it's a series of 5 different sprites. So it's 1 for the feet, 1 for the body, 1 for the head, and 2 for the hands. So instead of having to draw a ton of different sprites and load a ton of different sprites, so to account for every single action that Rayman can do, instead you draw a handful of different sprites for each individual section of him, and then you alternate between those, and of course they move separately in relation to each other, giving the illusion of fluidity of movement without having to dedicate huge amounts of manpower to drawing tons and tons of sprites. It's very clever. Because imagine if everything Rayman did was just a single sprite. It's falling, walking, running, hanging, punching. Imagine if that was just individual frames of a single sprite. That would be fucking... That would be Neo Geo levels of 2D animation. That would be insane. That could in fact be the very reason why Rayman doesn't have limbs. If he doesn't have limbs, you can get away with this animation style. Becomes a bit more difficult to pull off if you start having to account for a bunch of limbs on the character. Okay, I should be able to reach this fucking vine. Okay, there we go. Another heart. What do you want? This guy wants 10 blue things. Or tings, I think they're called. Tings? I think they're tings. No. After the sound effect they make when you pick them up. Here we go. Bonus level. Yep, tings. Oh, I got that, yes. Oh my god, almost. Another life. Fuck. Oh well. Oh well. Rayman can't swim. Water is deadly. This game starts off pretty simple enough, but by the end of this first world, it is insanely hard. This game does not pull its punches. A few levels in and you will be screaming at this game. Shit. Oh well. He stunned me, fell back into the water. Shit! Making stupid mistakes here. Stupid mistakes. Shouldn't be making these mistakes. Absolutely no excuse. Jump on the fucking flower. Thank you. I can't fist anything yet. I haven't earned that power. I have to wait until I can fist things. So right now I'm unable to fight any enemies. I have to just avoid them. I can't hit any of these cages, which are the ultimate goal. You now have the power to fist things. Oh, punch. Okay. Okay. Someone at Ubisoft realised what they were doing and replaced the word fist with punch. Okay, good. So now we can launch our fist at things and punch things. The longer you hold down the button, the further his fist goes. Okay, so main goal in this game are the cages. Hit the cages to release the little pink things. And that is your goal. Okay. There we go. Collect the gold fist for superpowered attacks. The fist with the big blue S surrounding it is particularly desirable. That is only reachable by... oh, we've got another one right here, so I guess we don't need... Fuck. More stupid mistakes. Good stuff. Try that again. Oh no. That life is gone. No, hit him on the head. Oh, shit. Almost. That's how you would normally get that that gold fist up there. You make the giant fruit land on the enemy's head, and then you can stand on the enemy's head, and then you'd be able to reach it. But it didn't happen. Okay. Oh look, another life for us to lose. Fuck! No! Enemies respawn. You should know that. This is a disaster. No! Shit. That... Yeah. Fists will hit enemies coming and going. Alright, fucking concentrate. You can go back to earlier levels and get the cages we missed, but the game will push you forward for a little while before it allows you to do that. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Whoop. Wow, that was a quick respawn there. Luckily the fruit respawned as well. The big glowing red P extends your energy bar, increasing the number of hits you can take before you die. Doesn't protect you against water though, that's always a one-hit kill. Jesus Christ. Whoop. Got ourselves another bonus level. Sweet. 13 this time. Okay, this jump is tough. Pixel perfect platforming here. Oh, Jesus. Are you shitting me? I have to make this jump, otherwise... Okay, there we go. Nope. Yeah. Already, some of these jumps are getting a bit hard. The PlayStation and the Sega Saturn versions of this game look way better than the original Jaguar version. Both resolution, colours, extra effects. At the expense of load times, of course, because the Jaguar version ran on a cartridge, not a CD. There. And there are some minor differences between the Saturn and PS1 versions. Like super minor stuff, like sometimes the backgrounds will be a little bit different. Sometimes the amount of foreground objects, like these butterflies, will be slightly different. Some of the sound effects might be a little bit different, but primarily they're both pretty much the same games. Okay, so that's your save game. We don't want to save just now. Let's go to the next area. Anguish Lagoon. Alright. Oh god. Fuck! Don't you love surprises? Try that again. Boom, chest, cage. And now the pink little dudes will now just plunge to their doom in the water I just saved you, you little fuck, so now you're going to commit suicide. Great. Perfect. The platform back here. Now that flying O thing you just saw, you can't use that until you gain the ability to hang on to those things. So, right now that thing is useless. Nice. End of that very short, very easy level. The one exception of that dude who surprised us at the start. Alright, this is the first boss, I believe, if I remember correctly. This is a mosquito dude. Whoop, want to land on that? That's what I want to do. Okay, first boss. A lot of the enemies animate in the same way that Rayman does. Lots of separate body parts that animate independently from each other. They're not just single sprites. They help give the illusion of smooth animation. And a lot of them share the same body parts as Rayman. So this mosquito dude has the exact same sprites for his hands that Rayman does. Little 3 fingers. Help save on RAM. A precious 2 megabyte RAM in the PlayStation can only hold so much. That's okay, they're buddies now. They're good buddies. And now the game's suddenly a scroller. In the original Jaguar version, this level was a shooter. You could actually shoot with the mosquito. The mosquito would shoot bullets out of his nose that would travel all the way across the screen, but in the PlayStation and Saturn versions, you just throw your fist like normal. I don't know why they decided to change that. Oh Jesus, bullets. Ooh. Oh, speeding up. Oh God, too fast. Good stuff. Now, interesting. This little animation that's about to play out here is a little interesting story behind it. So, you see how they freeze there? That animation is only half done. See how they kind of freeze? In the Sega Saturn version, and I assume the Jaguar version, that animation is all there. Basically, it's a little animation where they do like a double hand slap to celebrate beating the level, I guess. But for whatever reason, in the PlayStation version, it kind of stops halfway and they just kind of freeze. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's intentional or a bug. I just always thought it looked weird how they kind of doing this thing with their hands and then they just kind of freeze mid-animation. don't have the power to hang. Now I can hang on ledges. Incredibly important. Absolutely huge ability. Makes platforming a lot easier. Okay. We'll do a couple more levels and then we'll move on, I think. The Swamps of Forgetfulness. Alright. This level's interesting. Another new mechanic. So, we've got this other dude who's also another member of Rayman's race. And he's lost his loincloth. Just help him out. Rayman gives Rayman the magic seed. You never ever hear from Rayman ever again. So, I believe now, whenever we press the circle button, we grow a plant. It's very important because suddenly the rain starts coming and the level starts flooding and we've got to move. It's not that difficult. Oh shit, hang on. Come on! Just try not to take any unnecessary risks, basically, and you'll be fine. The hanging ability makes this level a lot easier. Motherfucker, how many hits do you take? Okay. Okay, do I want it? Yes! Go, go, go! Yeah, I got it. Very tight timing on that. You only have just enough time in order to get that life. This level introduces another new mechanic. These fruits. If you hit the fruit and it lands directly on top of an enemy, it will land on his head and then you can stand on his head. Go this way. Aha! Okay. I'm gonna get this over the lip. Alright. So far so good. Aha! Secret cage. That cage only appears if you take the low road. If you go over the top, you'll miss it. Okay. Secret to getting up the slope is to hit it on its way up. Give it the maximum amount of time. Okay. Alright. Boom. 4. Anything else? Nope. And there they go, committing suicide, like the idiots they are. Alright, this one's interesting. So, you have to ride the fruit. Oh shit. Oh fuck. We're fucked. We're fucked. We've got no choice but to kill ourselves because we lost the fruit. Let's try that again. There we go. We made it. There is a jump here to try and get into a higher path. Got it. You want 10. I don't have any for you. Shit. Nuts. Nuts. How are you supposed to get 10? Maybe get them from the previous level? Possibly. That guy? Okay. Oh, it keeps going. It keeps going. Yeah, that's enough for Rayman 1. This is just the first world. I think there's like 6 different worlds. There's like a music world, which is like the next one up. There's like a cave. There's like your standard ice levels, stuff like that. It's a cool game. It's brutally hard at times, but it's a cool game. Rayman 1 is great. Alright. Keep going down the list. Next game on the list, serial number of 00072. So the 72nd game to be licensed for the PlayStation is Bullfrog's Theme Park. The original theme park. Predating... this game predates Roller Coaster Tycoon by at least a couple of years, I believe. Yeah, it's a cool game. It will be ultimately beaten by Roller Coaster Tycoon, but for a couple of years, this was just the theme park simulation game to play. We won't be playing that though. Nor will we be playing another Bullfrog game. Serial number 115. High Octane. The futuristic racing game that almost could, but unfortunately got beaten to the post by Wipeout. And unfortunately, today is remembered as the PlayStation 1 futuristic racing game that isn't Wipeout. It's not a very good game. It's interesting because it runs on the same technology as Magic Carpet, a game which would not reach the PlayStation until the following year. I think Magic Carpet is a 1996 game. We'll probably look at some Magic Carpet when it's time. But yeah, it's interesting because it is a racing game that uses the Magic Carpet tech. And that's kind of its only like interesting point. The rest of it's kind of bland and uninteresting. Alright. This game is yeah, sure, we'll play this one. Serial number 119. So, the 119th game licensed by Sony for the PlayStation. It is by Team 17. It is a turn-based tactics game. It is a port of an Amiga game, which should be obvious. It says Team 17 on the box, So, Team 17 were kind of a prolific Amiga developer. Oh, you're going to be a pain, are you? Okay. Please don't be a pain. Going to change resolution sensibly, or are you going to... Okay, it looks like it's going to behave itself. Ocean. Another Amiga developer, but they published this game instead. Ugh, they have that old Team 17 logo. Cheese. This is Worms. This is a great game. It's kind of past it now. And unfortunately Team 17, to this very day, keep making Worms games. I feel like they put out one every year. It's getting ridiculous. But this was when the Worms franchise was still new and interesting and fun. Okay. Play game. Let's go 1 versus 1. So the player controlled teams are 1 up, 2 up, 3 up and 4 up, and then all of the actual named teams are AI teams. You got all the AI teams are Fab 4, Royalty, Take This, Cool Cars, All for One, Waterloo, FAB, Merry Men, Utensils, Teddies, Team 17. So oh god. So all the worms of each team have individual names, and so obviously, okay, so the Fab 4. Willing to bet the Fab 4 are named after members of a band. I can't remember the actual name of the band, but it went by the nickname the Fab 5. And I'm willing to bet the worms in the team Fab 4 are named after that band. Royalty. I'm willing to bet the worms in the Royalty team are named after members of the royal family. Top Dogs. I'm willing to bet members of this team are named after famous dogs. So I'm willing to bet there's a Lassie, I'm willing to bet there's a Fido in there, I'm willing to bet there's a Spot. Take This, again, there was, in the mid to late 90s, there was a very popular boy band called Take That. So, very willing to bet that these worms are named after the members of Take That. Cool Cars, named after cars, not hard to imagine. All for One, named after members of the Three Musketeers. Waterloo, FAB. Who wants to bet that the worms in the team called FAB are named after characters from Thunderbirds? Merry Men, Utensils, Teddies, so like Paddington, Super Ted, Winnie the Pooh, I'm willing to bet, yeah. And of course the last one, They probably named a bunch of worms after developers. Not hard to imagine. Let's go with royalty. Despite this game having a fat cursor, this game is not compatible with the PlayStation mouse, which is a shame. Good plan. That's a new addition to the CD versions of the games for the... don't like that one. You can choose different levels and it will generate a new one. The levels are randomly generated. And different types of levels have different properties. So if you, for example, get a level that is... the alien planet design, it will have low gravity. Oh man, let's try and go... that one makes it difficult to see mines. Cold. One more. Let's go with this one, the beach one. Yeah, generated seed 202389. So if you wanted to, you could, if you get a good level, you could write it down and then get that. So Princess Diana here. We're going to shoot a bazooka at Princess Diana. Triangle is jump. Action tracking mode, okay. X to follow. So, X to fire, not follow. Oh no, Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth. She's teleporting. Very, very close to a mine by the looks of it. I don't know if you can see them. They're two little grey things. They're little grey rectangles scattered around the level. They're mines. Smidge is going to throw a grenade at Prince Philip. Over here.
What's this?
Oh, too far. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay. And Prince Charles is on the hunt. Prince Charles did more damage to Princess Diana. Just like real life. Weapon drop. Unfortunately, you can't choose between worms. You're just given the worm you're given in this first game. But I believe Worms 2 onwards allows you to choose the worm you want to play as at the start of each round. Let us attack the Queen. Whoops. Collateral damage. Sorry, Smidge. First kill to Princess Diana.
What's this?
Philip is down. the thing about this game. Playing against the AI isn't fun because the AI is really good at aiming weapons. Let us dig. Let us go to ground. What's Prince Charles gonna do? Cluster bomb. Close, but you missed. Now you will pay. Oof. Can I drop some dynamite off this edge, or will it catch? Okay, please drop off the edge. Bingo! Ha! Oh, and a mine. Charles and Diana dead together. Replay. That was pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Diana is an ex-worm. What's Queen Elizabeth gonna do? She's gonna get the fuck out of there. Second time she teleported, whatever. How about we... Well, she's out of teleports because she used one to get over there and then she used a second one to get back, so she can't teleport anymore. Out of airstrikes, out of dynamite, fireballs, fire punch, Uzi, shotgun. We have a couple of homing missiles. Let's try a homing missile. Aim for this. Aim for here. Try and get her to fly left into the water. And then... Ha! I think I win. I think that's it. Queen Elizabeth is no more. The tyranny of Queen Elizabeth is over. And then... I think that's all. That's Worms. You know what Worms is. That's Worms. It's fun. It's really good multiplayer. Worms is best when you played with other people. Single player, it's a bit boring. Cool game. Where did I put the case? Oh, down here. Right, what is this? Ah, next one. Serial number 129. Getting close to the end of 95 here, I guess. We will not be playing this because it is fucking trash. This is, of course, Revolution X by Acclaim. The Aerosmith-themed light gun game. Music is the weapon. Piece of shit. It's kind of funny, and then you play it, and then it's not funny anymore because you've had to play it. It's... Nope. Not good. Yeah, how about this? Serial number 00132. 132. Now, not particularly special or interesting. Like Worms, was on a bunch of platforms before it reached the PlayStation. But the PlayStation version has special significance. Okay. Yikes. Oh, don't be like this, you bastard. Okay. Yeah, this is Doom. Now, the reason the PlayStation version of Doom has special significance is because it is considered to be the first feature-complete good console port of Doom. Because up until this point, if you wanted to play good Doom with all the features you want, you played it on the PC, because none of the console versions stacked up to scrutiny. So, the Super Nintendo version was impressive for a Super Nintendo game, but it looked like shit, it ran like shit, and it was super tiny in the middle of the screen. It was a tiny, tiny game. Because it needed to be. In the 32X, it looked better, it ran better, but the music sounded like shit, and half the levels were missing. The Jaguar version looked good and played well, and filled up most of the screen, but had no music. Jaguar version had no music at all, completely silent game. Kind of a bummer, because Doom's got a great soundtrack. I'm going to turn this game down a bit. Doom has a great soundtrack, traditionally. So it's kind of a bummer that that version doesn't have any music. And then, okay, 3DO version. 3DO version looks good. Runs like fucking trash. That game has like a 5 frames a second frame rate. And also, I believe, kind of small in the screen. Oh no, I think no. Because yeah, it had the option to shrink or grow the play area to affect the frame rate. And if you increase the size of the window to something you could actually see, the frame rate ran like it. The frame rate was shit. If you prioritized frame rate and made the window small, you could barely fucking see anything because it was postage stamp sized. It was even smaller than the Super Nintendo window. But I will say that 3DO Doom has a fucking amazing remix soundtrack. Oh my god. It is kind of incredible. They took the original PC soundtrack and then just had this amazing just live instruments remix, which is great, but unfortunately the rest of the game suffered due to the frame rate. The PlayStation version was the first console port to have everything. It looked good, it ran well, it filled up most of the screen, it had the soundtrack was there. There was also it had some minor graphical improvements. Well, improvements. We'll get more to that bit later. Over the PC original. Yeah, attack, use, strafe. Strafe left, strafe right. I'm going to change that to attack. That can stay as speed, and that can become strafe. Because we've got L1 and R1 buttons, so we don't really need a strafe button. Cycle weapon forward, cycle weapon backwards. Okay. Of course, the PlayStation version of Doom includes Doom 1 and Doom 2, so good value for money there. Also System Link, multiplayer and co-op. Kind of awesome, again. And difficulty, what do we want? I am a wimp, not too rough, hurt me plenty and ultra-violence. Well, stick with hurt me plenty, why not? Most of these features were in the Saturn version of this as well, which came out a year or two later after the PlayStation version. But the thing about the Saturn version is it runs like shit. So, yeah, just look how buttery smooth this frame rate is compared to, say, the Super Nintendo version or the 3DO version. Oh my goodness, so smooth. So frame rate, much smooth. Wow. It dips a little bit here and there, but 90% of the time it is absolutely fine. So the thing that this version of Doom includes that the original PC version doesn't is coloured lighting. As you can see, this room has pink lighting. This end room over here, or if I stand on this platform, get some green lighting. It's kind of cool. Kind of interesting. Okay. The Saturn and PlayStation versions of this game had all new weapon sound effects as well. So they ditched the old classic sound effects from the PC that were used in all other versions before. And then added, I guess, higher fidelity sound effects. And then this room is just absolutely swamped with green lighting. Oh my god. Maybe a little too much green lighting. There's tons of it. Whoop. The armour. That's all that matters. Oh, did I activate the secret? I think I forgot to activate the first secret of the level. The controls are really good. Super intuitive, you just feel comfortable playing it immediately. The first secret is back here. No? No, it's not. Okay, the two pillars are missing. Some versions of this game, the two pillars that are meant to be in this room are missing. And I don't know why that is sometimes. It's just a little bit bizarre. There should be a switch on one of the pillars, but it's gone. It's supposed to open up this wall so you can go outside from this room, but I don't know where they moved the switch. Gone somewhere. Okay. I do remember this next secret though. Fuck you, imp. Anything back here? What's this? Aha! Health bonus. And a clip. So, open the door to the exit, and then immediately double back. This platform drops down, and you get early access to the shotgun. This room has not just red coloured lighting, but pulsating red coloured lighting. Ooh. Yeah, we missed that first secret. I wonder where they put that switch, because I presume that secret must still exist. I presume you can still open up that wall, but the pillar where the switch normally is just isn't there. Okay, I think that's all of them. Go up here for some ammo. Right. Nope, can't pick up the armour. We have over 100. Ooh. One straggler. Secret door here. Oh no. Wrong button. Ha! Surprise imp. But it was the imp who was surprised, not me. Because I knew he was there. No, been there. Going there in a minute. Going there in a minute. Where's the other one? Another door I want to get to. Here it is. Box of bullets. Yeah, they make use of the coloured lighting and stuff like that to add like darkness to the game, or like flickering lights. It's interesting. Oh shit, I'm trapped. Okay. Ah, couldn't get away fast enough. Wait. Motherfucker. Ugh, whatever. Red keycard. Now we can open that red door. Oh, first shotgun zombie. Motherfucker. Okay. That's all of them. And out here we have early access to the chain gun. Hurrah! Hurrah for the chain gun! Okay, where is that red door? Here it is. Engulfed in red lighting. Putting the strafe buttons on the shoulder buttons makes it real easy to get out the way of imp fireballs. No, nothing. Okay. Alright, that switch we opened up earlier opens this wall. We can explore. Oh, pressing select brings up the map. I forgot to mention. But that's okay, we don't need the map. Whoop, hello. Motherfucker. Sneaking up on me from behind. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good! Those 2D jibs. It is jibs, not gibs. Because jibs is short for giblets. Which is a slang term for internal organs. Okay. Gets real dark now. Can get a little tough to see anything. Gets a little bit spooky. The PlayStation version of this game definitely seems to lean on the horror aspect of Doom more than the action aspect of Doom. Like the soundtrack tends to reflect that as well. So these versions are definitely spookier thanks to this like darkness effect and the more somber soundtrack. I tend to traditionally think of Doom more as an action game where you're just mowing down hordes of the undead and demons. I've never really seen it as a horror game. We're back. Okay, no fooling around. We're going directly to where we want to go now. We're going over here. Little ammo. And I think if we shoot this wall, it opens up. You can't use it, you can't go up to it and hit the circle. You have to shoot it for it to open. And that will take us to a secret area outside. Where we can get our next weapon. Okay. Chainsaw. Let's go find some meat. Oh, I'm lost. Okay, this way. Yep. Chainsaw's not a particularly great weapon. It kind of leaves you really vulnerable, especially when you're taking on multiple enemies at once, so you're best off sticking with ranged weapons unless it's like one-on-one, because I think it stun locks enemies. They can't attack you while you're attacking them with a chainsaw, I believe. That's the advantage. But it's an advantage that's only worth having if they're the only enemy in the room. I believe only small enemies get stun locked though, I believe. Big enemies like the Hell Knights or the Cyber Demon do not get stun locked by the chainsaw. They can still attack you. Okay. We'll do one more level then. We'll call it. Yeah. You know what? No, that's it actually. This is Doom, you know what Doom is. It's again, Doom on many systems before it came to the PlayStation, but considered the first truly like good console version of Doom. Because I mean the Jaguar version was close, but it just lacked the music. There's no music! What the fuck, man? What is Doom without music? Okay. And can we squeeze in one more? Nah, that'll be it. That's 3 games. That is the end of. That's the second video for the PlayStation series. We are now leaving 1995, and we will be heading into the exciting year of 1996. Right, there are lots of exciting developments. Was it 1996? The Saturn is also out. The N64 is yet to come out. It comes out, I believe. The N64 got like a late 96 release date in Japan, and it like came out the following year in the West, I believe. So yeah, 1996. PlayStation comes into its own. Not a bad debut. But the best is yet to come. Alright, join me next time when I move on to the next pile of games. Thank you. I'll see you then.